How's it going, folks? Welcome to what is sure to be another fun abridged at-home table read. Tonight, we are jumping into The Shining. Well, more so just the whole Overlook. We're doing The Shining and Dr. Sleep abridged. It's going to be a ton of fun. I love doing these abridged readings. So let's jump right into introducing ourselves.
I'm Angie. I'm doing action description.
I'm Curtis. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be playing good old Jack Nicholson.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I'm going to be Shelly Duvall.
I'm Logan. I'm going to be Ewan McGregor.
Hello, I'm George, and I'll be Scatman Crothers.
And I'm Nicole. I'll be Kyleigh Curran.
All righty. Well, Angie, take us away.
The Overlook Saga Abridged. The Shining by Ian S. Dr. Sleep by Ian S. Fade in. Interior Overlook Hotel, Colorado. Jack Nicholson meets the limp-wristed Barry Nelson for a job interview to be a caretaker.
My family and I have problems with each other, so I thought nothing would be better for us than staying shut up together in an isolated mountain hotel for 5 months. Only that could bring us closer and make me a successful offer, like Steinbeck.
Jeez, Jack. Sounds like the setup for a zany family drama. You need to stop this right now.
What? Why?
Sorry, you can't make fun of The Shining. There are no flaws in the movie. Anything you think is a flaw is really director Stanley Kubrick's brilliant vision. To illustrate this, I will upload a tone of backstory that doesn't align with the backstory. You'll learn later.
We sure this isn't really because Kubrick rewrote the script like 20 times during filming?
Just make enough maniacal grins and you've got the job.
Interior Jack's suburban house. Shelly Duvall cooks for her son, Danny Lloyd, desperately wishing for a fashion consultant.
You excited to live alone with your parents in an empty hotel cut off from civilization, Danny?
What 5-year-old wouldn't be? Especially when the most prominent memory of their father is when he dislocated their shoulder in a drunk rage.
What does your friend Tony think?
I don't want to go to the hotel, Mrs. Torrance.
Oh, how adorable, Tony.
Tony's now in puberty, Mrs. Duvall.
Danny has a vision of the Titanic flooding, except with blood. He has the same vision 3 times.
Wow, this must be super important. It's really pivotal, right?
Not really. Interior of the hotel, closing day. Jack and Shelly get a tour from Barry and some useless guy.
Our hotel is quite popular. People love spending their summer up in this mountain surrounded by barren cliff.
Lovely. What do people like doing up here?
Ah, my, what a view. Here's our hedge maze and some nice food.
That's worth a 3.5-hour drive from the nearest town? I don't even see many good hiking trails among all these cliffs.
Do you mind leaving your 5-year-old with this guy who creepily knows things about you and shouldn't and is visibly scaring him?
Golly gee, of course.
Danny is left with Scatman Crothers, the hotel chef.
See the cans on the pantry shelf, Doc? They're part of a theory that this movie is about destroying Native Americans.
My daddy has a word for that theory. I'm not allowed to say it, but it rhymes with bullpit.
You have a special power called Shining, Danny, that lets you see the future and read minds.
Do I ever use this power to help me, my family, or do anything?
Later, I'll sense you're in danger and come to the rescue. But that's really my power at work, not yours. So no.
Hey, man, without my power, we'd be starring in Jack Goes Axe shit instead.
Not saying that doesn't sound less like a pretentious religion group or a self-help campaign, but it does. Now, Danny, you must not go into room 237. Stay out of that room. Never go in there.
Okay, how long before I should wander in?
About a month, maybe?
Interior hotel, 1 month later. Jack, Shelly, and Danny do things like walking around, or laying in bed, or eating breakfast, or walking around more. For a change of pace, riding a tricycle.
Not in the movie soundtrack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah!
Nothing happens.
It's Tuesday.
Every fucking shot is about 5 times longer than it needs to be because editing is for amateurs.
Ryan, how's it going?
Fuck off, bitch. You're directly responsible for everything wrong in my life.
Okay, hon, does that include any furniture you break playing wall ball?
Of course it does. Get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Oh, yes, dear. Oh, by the way, we're snowed in and our son thinks he's seen dead girls in the hallway.
Get back to him, Dan. I'm out of ideas other than act like a jerk.
Danny inches his way in, slowly as possible. Shelly notices him and gradually ambles in his direction. A passing slug crosses the room 4 times. Suspense.
Danny, what happened to your neck? I told you, rouge is for girls. Go wash it off.
Jack heads to the ballroom to talk to a ghost bartender.
Give me a drink. I've been off alcohol for 5 months.
I'm sorry, Mr. Nicholson, but according to the title cards, 2 more months have passed, so you've actually been off alcohol for 7 months.
Hey, stop it. No flaws, remember?
Oh, right. Mr. Nicholson, if you could please retell the exact same backstory we heard earlier without providing any new information or development.
Shelly runs in holding a bat by the wrong end because she's a moron.
Strangled Danny. These girls never had their bloody chopped short corpses. So of course he decided to wander into the cursed room and just stand there while running to the old woman slowly got up and throttled him.
Like the sort of thing psychic power should have seen coming. This woman just let him go or what? No fucking wonder I'm going nuts.
Interior room 1408. I mean 237. Jack makes out with the naked woman. What?
This wasn't in the book.
What? There's a book?
I read it in the Wikipedia summary once. But surely that's where the most famous iconic moments are from.
Hey, we weren't in the book.
Nor me.
Me neither. I'm the axe. I was a large croquet mallet.
Jeez. At least there aren't any attacking topiary lines. Those can stay in the damn book.
The woman turns into a corpse. What? So Jack leaves and promptly forgets about her. Interior ballroom. Jack attends a ghost party and meets Philip Stone.
Mr. Nicholson, you ought to correct your family and kill them.
You ought to correct my understanding of what's going on.
I might be the man who killed his family here years ago, or it was you, and you've reincarnated. This party is taking place in the wrong year than when I killed my family, which I might not have done. I was first mentioned as Charles Stone instead, and you think you read about me in the newspaper, which you didn't. Suggesting this is in your head, which isn't the case, because later I will help you escape in a way you couldn't have done yourself. Also, racism.
That didn't help at all.
Oh, Scatman Crothers is coming.
Scatman Crothers? Uh-oh. He isn't bringing Brad Dorr for Louis Flood or for Lloyd or Dane DeVito, is he? I hate those guys.
Interior hotel next day. Shelly heads down to find Jack, taking the bat with her and holding it correctly this time. She reads the papers in Jack's typewriter.
All work and no play makes Jack a crazy actor? Oh, this can't be good.
I'm here to bash your brains in.
Stop.
Any moment now. Really, any moment. After one more take, I'm sure. Jesus, have we set the most takes for one scene record yet?
127 outtakes later? Yes, seriously. Finally, Shelly bashes Jack and locks him in the pantry, but Philip Stone lets him out. Interior Nicholson hotel room. Danny had a vision of the word red rum written in bright red letters on a door. He becomes possessed, picks up a giant knife, runs his hand over it, and walks toward the door.
Red rum!
And writes on the door in lipstick. Were you expecting something else?
Red rum! 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 Well,
Stop, you annoying. Sees murder in the mirror. Oh, that's a payoff of psychic powers. Murder backwards. It's so clever. I didn't notice how pointless it is. Worst powers ever.
Jack starts axing down the door. Shelly locks herself in the bathroom, pushes Danny out the window, but gets trapped.
Mary had a little lamb, her feet as white as snow. Then one day she got fucking axed to bits, turning white fleece red. Oh no.
He chops open a small hole and sticks his face through it, grinning widely as possible for all posters and DVD covers to come.
Live long and prosper. Crap punk show.
Shelly lightly scratches his hand with a knife instead of slicing off his fingers or stabbing his face. Outside, Scatman Crothers arrives.
I can't axe open the rest of the door, kill Shelly, and easy proceed to kill Scatman. Or let Shelly escape and kill her later. Well, that's obvious. I got a black man to kill.
Oh, I was worried we noticed the hole in the door grew 3 times larger after we stopped moving.
Interior hotel lobby. Scatman enters after winning a slow-motion walking contest. Jack lethargically limps closer. The Arctic Circle melts. Earth drifts 10 miles further from the sun, and the Arctic Circle refreezes. Scatman takes a few more steps.
God, this has more pauses than The Tourist.
Jack chases Danny into the Tri-Wizard Hedge Maze.
am I still possessed? What was up with that anyway?
Danny! I'm right behind you! I'm leaping at a pace of a caterpillar swimming in molasses. I'm following your footprints. Don't double back or damn or anything.
Must walk backward slower.
Danny doubles over his tracks, slightly faster than Continental Drift, which is enough to back up nearly 50 feet before Jack arrives. Not realizing this obvious trick, Jack runs around some more before changing his last name to Frost. Meanwhile, Shelly finds a butler and a man in a dog suit having oral sex, overloading the what-o-meter? She also finds the bloody elevator. Goddamn, finally!
This would be so scary if it wasn't the 4th time seeing it.
She runs outside to escape to the escape vehicle, presumably to abandon her child and drive away. Suddenly, Danny appears and runs toward her.
Oh, gosh, golly, we're safe. Totally safe, no danger. Fuck you, knife!
Mom, do you think it'd be more poetic and meaningful if you had actually driven away, leaving your son trapped, adding a layer of surprise and mystery and illustrating how abuse and alcoholism ruins the integrity of everyone involved?
You know, at that point, even though it demonstrates his original message, Stephen King would kill us. Okay? Stick to the feel-good ending Your daddy's dead. We're traumatized forever. Yay!
Feel good ending? Sure. Yay.
Fuck this shitty movie. I'm very outraged. In response, I will make a 4.5-hour remake no one will watch and write a sequel no one would read. And if it wasn't for this movie's popularity, Kubrick, go to hell!
Jack appears in a picture from 1921, which at least makes more sense than the giant space fetus. Damn it, Stanley! End. Fade in. Interior Florida apartment, 1980. Roger Dale Floyd and Alex S.O. Danny Lloyd and Shelly Duvall have escaped the haunted murder hotel.
Wow, he actually got Danny Lloyd back and CGI'd his face, so he's 5 years old again.
We're using the old name. Screw it. Oh, Danny, hon, would you ever be that foolish? Seriously, recasting works fine. Dark fat. Dark feet.
Oh boy, we get to see Shelley Duvall's infamously misogynist portrayal of Wendy, too.
I seem to recall arming myself at the first sign of danger, defeating my crazy husband single-handed, rescuing your ass and driving us to safety. Stephen King's Wendy wandered stupidly into a series of dangerous situations, needing the men to rescue her again and again, and eventually becoming an injured deadweight to the males who had to literally drag through the climax.
Yeah, but you cried a lot. Ugh. And over there, it's room 237 lady, making her first appearance in roughly 217 appearances. Ah, she's still reaching for me!
Actually, I was hoping you could hand me a towel.
Danny shoves her in a tiny box in his mind with all the effort of unplugging a nightlight. Then he does the same with all of the other ghosts because all along they were easy to get rid of and weren't scary at all. Exterior Elm Street. Cute Flanagan. Real cute. Danny has grown into Ewan McGregor, who quickly blows through an alcoholism storyline ending with a speech about his loving father, implying Ewan's shining powers include selective memory.
Congrats on sobriety, Ewan. Perhaps I can introduce you to Bruce Greenwood. He can get you a job at his hospice.
Hello there. Well, Bruce, I think my complete lack of medical experience would be a benefit to the... Wait, why the hell are we in the manager's office from the Overlook?
It's a reference.
Yeah, but to what exactly?
The job interview from The Shining.
But we're not in the Overlook. What's the point of...
You're hired.
Ewan starts his new job as an orderly and sees a dying old man. Doctor, I'm scared. What if there's nothing beyond death? Will my memories and soul disappear? Will it hurt to die? How can I find peace in the face of oblivion?
Such deep and heavy questions. You nothing to worry about because magic power.
Oh, if magic powers exist, then I'm fine. You want to answer that with anything of substance, chap?
Ghosts are real, and that's cool.
I see. Well, if you could set that bucket next to my leg, I would like to kick it now. Somewhere around here, Ewan sees a stupid fucking zombie baby or something that goes at the camera, allowing the deaf audience to feel smug because they have subtitles explaining what the thing is saying and what the hell it's doing here. Anyway, we never see it again. Meanwhile, the plot. Exterior trailer park. Rebecca Ferguson leads a pack of vampires who are harvesting shining children for their steam.
Ooh, we must find the steamy children and their steam. Hold on, that's not the right hat. There we go. We're gonna do this. Their steam will preserve our youth for years. Yes, children everywhere shall fear the name Rebecca.
Rebecca the hat? Yes, line up next to Freddie the sweater and Samara the nightgown.
Can it, Zahn? The jockstrap. We must kidnap Jacob Tremblay. He has the shining, so he has a very steamy child. And let's tie him down and moan orgasmically over his squirming body.
Ew.
If all these kids were after have the shining, how are we kidnapping them so easily? Isn't sensing danger their whole deal?
Yeah, look, their shining is diluted from watching too much Netflix, okay? Oh my God, I just said that for real. Also, the shine makes you an X-Man now, so this girl can Magneto things.
I can't believe you won't just artificially steam flavor some children as a substitute.
Artificial steam was possibly linked to between 3 and 6 deaths. Clearly, they all need to be banned. Emily uses her mind control to kidnap Jacob Tremblay, who they murder.
No, wait! First, we must milk them.
Of his steam?
No, that's Jacob Tremblay. We need his acting talent. Make him emote. Drain the tears.
They torture Jacob, who screams in horror and pain. Then they torture him some more, and he does some screaming with overtones of horror and mingled shades of pain. Then the scene cuts away like it's over. Then it cuts back to Jacob getting stabbed and screaming. Finally, Jesus Christ, it's over for real.
And since we are being watched by a steamy child, she's got more powerful steam than all the farms in Colorado put together. I must have her.
Rebecca senses the air for a moment, then turns around and tortures Jacob a bit more. While he's getting stabbed, Jacob screams in horror and pain, so the vampires have mercy and torture him for some additional screams of horror and pain.
That's my place from laughing. He's not suffering enough. Quick, make him watch the 1997 miniseries.
They take however long you are imagining the scene to be and multiply it by at least 4. Exterior Tuesday. Kyleigh Curran is the shadiest child, and she tracks down Ewan McGregor with her powers.
Hi. Have a mental link with the chalkboard? Sorry. I meant to say I'm Jack Nicholson's long-lost granddaughter. Sorry! Let's start over. I'm Kyleigh. I have all the powers except the ability to dodge silly plot points.
Wow, you have the shining. What's it like for you?
Eyes go white, and the rooms tilt all Inception style, and people flicker transparent, and sometimes I look like a character from RWBY.
Oh, I just waggle my finger. Somehow that was way scarier. Anyway, what brings you to me? I interpret dreams for a nickel.
There's a pack of immortal psychics traveling the country and torturing children, enslaving their tormented souls to feast on, storing them in a freezer like a mini fridge for dementors. Want to stop them?
Pass.
Wow. You're a dick.
Yeah, dude, way to be a dick.
Carl Lumley, Scatman, Crothers. I'm sad you died. It definitely would have been better if Jack had popped out and given you an owie, completely diminishing his threat.
Says the guy who could have sent me a psychic warning or maybe a simple "look out, Scatman."
I mean, now we know you could have locked all the ghosts in psychic boxes during your lunch breaks, but whatever.
Ewan and Kyleigh plot to kill some, I don't know if these really count as vampires with feelings.
So first, I thought we could set a mental trap for Rebecca, allowing me to break it to her mind and wear a funny blue wig.
Perfect. What will we gain from that?
Nothing. Although it will establish her as totally weak and non-threatening.
A triumph. What next?
I need you to drive all night, dig up Jacob's body, and bring me his baseball gloves so I can track down the vampire's movement.
And what do we learn from that?
They're in a car. They can drive.
Another triumph!
And even though I blew up a refrigerator near Rebecca from 200 miles away, I won't attempt to do the same thing with her car and kill them all until later when we do exactly that.
You guys are terrible. Maybe because they're just shooting them.
Ooh, another chance for one of my pupils to learn force projection.
Cliff and Ewan lure the steam huffers into a forest with illusion Kyleigh, then pop out with guns.
Oi! We psychic beings also carry sudden caverns of firearms everywhere just in case we need to bust out a ridiculous gunfight.
Too bad one of the little-known powers of The Shining is Furiosa sniper skills, baby!
The vampires go down like pussies. Each die in a steamy explosion reminiscent of methy cows dumped in a Yellowstone hot spring. Cinemas across the world are hit with shockwaves of laughter.
Well, now that I'm dying, it seems like the best time to remember I have powers. So, will the least dangerous person here, excuse me, please kill themselves? Who?
Kablooey.
Meanwhile, the real Kyleigh is kidnapped by Zahn McClarnon, and Ewan puts a dark phoenix and it telekinetically kills Zahn by crashing his car into Betty Gabriel.
You deserve this pain, Zahn. You. I inhaled a bit of him.
Ewan and Kyleigh meet up.
So it's just Rebecca left, right? Our powers are pretty lame, so we could probably shove her in a clothes dryer and celebrate with pizza.
No. She ate all the steam reserves. That means she's super powerful, maybe even powerful enough to physically pin someone to the floor if they're already injured and laying down. She's unstoppable. I know a place that's dangerous for us.
Will we get any kind of advantage in this place? Will Rebecca's powers be muted?
Not in the slightest. But it hasn't been used in 40 years and it's currently covered in snow. There's a good chance that on the way there, she'll accidentally drive off the road and die.
They drive up the surprisingly clear road to the Overlook Hotel. The famous shots of the classic opening are faithfully recreated, right down to the helicopter shadow that will become visible in the 2029 restoration. Exterior Overlook Hotel.
Kyleigh, stay in the car. It's dangerous in the building, even though all the ghosts have been locked up in my mind since 1980. I have to wake it up.
You have to walk through all the famous locations. Got it.
Did you want a Shining sequel or not?
This is destroying the ambiguity of the original movie. The haunting question of whether the ghosts were real or simply madness was the source of the terror.
Huh. I thought that question got answered when a ghost unlocked a physical fucking door. Honk twice if you need me.
Ewan walks through the abandoned Overlook, which is surprisingly clean and pest-free, considering it looks like all anyone did since 1980 was pick up Scatman's body and close a door.
I mean, I left the janitor ghost here for a reason. Oh, good. Someone fixed the continuity error of that door.
I'm a light bulb bursting on. Ta-da! Woo!
The jump scares? Now. It's literally never going to be easier to make. Walking down a hallway is scary. We'll have to have a flickering lights and crap.
Hey, it's me, director Mike Flanagan. Hey, remember that scene with the axe? Have some flashbacks.
Did you reshoot those? Why would you bother? It feels like you're actively putting an effort to not be scary. Just put the camera on a wheelchair and roll it around a bit.
Fine. Go to exactly one scene that feels Kubrickian, just to show off what this movie could have been if we hadn't stuck with the vampires versus superhero stories. This is me revving the hotel boiler where, gee whiz, where could this be going?
Ewan visits the ballroom bar and meets Henry, Thomas, Jack Nicholson.
What? No. I'm Elliot. No, I mean, I'm Lloyd, the bartender. You're confused.
Stop that, Dad. You're not going to succeed in driving me insane. I refuse to drink what you serve or succumb to your temptation.
Alas, you foiled the ghost crew's plan of inducing slow, creepy madness. But would you succumb to insanity if we tackle you?
Maybe. Psychic child predators here. Gotta run.
It's rude not to leave a tip, you know. Spoken to managers making me work for room board sold me on the party package.
Rebecca arrives. It's a face-off between her and our heroes in the Colorado Lounge.
Think you can win? Allow me to enter your mind and correct you.
Be our guest. We're hiding way in the bottom of that tiny box over there.
Nice try, but I'm not falling for that. Too bad, Ewan. Becoming an adult pollutes your shining steam and makes it unusable. Although that won't stop me from inhaling a bunch of it 3 minutes after saying that.
As Kyleigh runs away, Rebecca advances toward Ewan, who wields an axe. He backs up toward the Overlook stairs, with a smiling Rebecca coming closer.
Oh, good. We're doing the staircase. I was so hoping for this.
Why? You're not going to hurt me. I won't hurt you. I'm just going to bash your brains.
It's too late, Rebecca. You can't win. You can't win because I have something you'll never have. Something you've been searching, or I've been searching for my whole life.
What is it? A family?
No.
Control over angry hotel spirits?
Well, that, yes, but I also have...
Love? A cool hat? An axe? What do you have?
It's over, Rebecca. I have the... high ground!
He finally swings the axe at the speed of a Stanley Kubrick shot. Rebecca steps out of its way and bisects his scrotum with it.
Okay, so those hotel ghosts then?
He throws the mental demons at her.
Tackle her! Rip her face off!
Rip her face off. They rip Rebecca's face off and eat her. Then they turn their pupilless eyes on Ewan.
Come and put on silly makeup with us, Danny.
Oh. Ewan is covered in silly makeup and speaks in a goofy voice, because how else would we know he's possessed? He grabs the axe and chases Kyleigh, blood seeping out of his open testicles.
Great posse, isn't it?
Oh. Whoosh. What are you guys? Pre-rendered QuickTime events? The Shining was bonkers. You should be doing crazy new things like coughing up wasps or playing in a vacuum bed.
No more of that talk, young lady. Come give Daddy's axe a hug.
You're not Ewan! You're a man!
Kid, you can't appeal to my humanity. I am a hotel. Now change my linens and replace my shampoo bottles.
I'll scratch up your concierge desk. I'll smoke the indoors. I'll demand discounts and write bad reviews in your guest log.
You bitch! Masks off!
Ewan takes half a second to pretend he's actually going to bludgeon his own face open, just to be extra disappointing.
Okay, then. I guess that the power of love will save me from the possession and exonerate me while I save the day with my pure soul.
Yeah, it's so terrifying. And oh no, look out, scary bushes! Not the scary bushes!
Don't worry, I'll use my floaty teenager of my mind to protect us from the toothy fire hose and the oral sex clock.
My plumbing failure. He loves me.
Stephen King looks pissed. Ewan goes to step by the exploding boiler where Kyleigh runs outside to meet the police. There are police here somehow. As he waits to die, Ewan sees his mother, Shelly, smiling at him, and he turns into Danny Lloyd once more.
Glad you could be here, Mom. At last, surrounded by flames in the place we so feared, we're happily reunited.
I think this is really about the moon landing.
The hotel explodes. Ewan turns into a happy ghost, so death is totally not a problem.
And I was chilling upstairs the whole time. Man, I'm never going to finish that blowjob, am I?
And
And that is the Overlook Saga Abridged. This one was a ton of fun. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you next week for the Halloweens Abridged on Halloween night. It's going to be a fun one. Thank you for watching, everybody.